Welcome back to the Obsessed or Not Interested show. I am Mindy Wenderquario, and this is Wait a Minute. These episodes will be short and sweet, where I share quick tips, advice, hot takes, and ADHD rants, all unedited and unfiltered. It's basically like we're best friends, and I'm sending you a 2 to 5 minute voice memo on random things. So buckle up and let's do this. So this happened with Lane. So this is kind of like a life lesson from Lane situation. So this was a couple weeks ago, and he is somebody who's in a lot of sports. And I would like to say they're friends. You're gonna be like, those are his friends? Yeah, that I think about that as well. But one of his friends cut him down about his performance in a game he was in. Okay, you guys don't care. Let's just say it was football. And one of his friends said, you did this or you did that, and it hurt his feelings. And then at school the next day, there was a couple of them dwelling on the fact that he made this mistake or whatever it was, right? So I go, what's wrong, buddy? And he's like, nothing. I could tell something was wrong when I picked him up from school. And, he's a teenage boy and I'm an annoying mom. Everything I do is annoying, right? And I'm just like, okay, well, I can't let this go because I can just sense. I feel things. I can sense somebody's energy. And I'm like, this kid, something's wrong. And I have to know. So I asked him again after a couple minutes. I'm like, hey, did something happen at school today? And he's like, my friends are being jerks. That's all. I was like, well, what do you mean? What happened? Did something happen? He's like, never mind. I was like, well, I'm not going to say anything. I just am curious. So maybe I could give you some advice or make you feel better about what they said, because I'm sure it wasn't even true. And then he shared with me that a couple of my buddies were so this kid said this last night. And then today at school, a couple of, handful of the guys from the team, he said it again and they were like laughing about it and whatever, kind of dwelling on it or whatever. I go, well, what did they say? He goes, you know what, Mom? Let's just drop it. I don't want to even say the words and speak the words because then it just makes me feel worse. So I don't even want to basically, I don't want to speak it into existence and make it true. So then it's my belief. That's basically what he was saying. Like, let's drop it. I'm going to move on from this. I'm not going to let it affected me today, but I'm moving on. Let's not dwell on it. Let's not talk about it. Let's not give it any more energy or life. And I was like, yeah, and what made me think is, wow, that's really great. Obviously, if something's really affecting you, I definitely think you should journal about it or talk about it and not hold it in. But with this, the kids, what they said, it was a mistake in one game of his life. Like, yeah, let's move on. We all make mistakes and it might have not even been true. So get over it. So with that said, though, I feel like I know I'm guilty of this. So I wanted to share this because I was like, life lessons from Lane. That's great to think about because a lot of times we'll read a comment on social media or we hear our friends share like, oh, this girl said this about you, or at work, maybe something is said about you that isn't even true or whatever. And we can get so mad about it and we can dwell on it. And I know for me, there was a situation where Joey had shared something that was being said. Anyways, long story. I can't get into it without getting into it. You know what I mean? One of those situations. And I can't really say this because it's more private. But at first I'm like, that upset me because it was so not true. And also it was said to my stepchildren. And that I really try to do my best as a mom. And so I don't want them to think negative things about me. If they're true, I own up to them. But if it's not even you know what I'm saying? It just affected me. But honestly, at the end of the day, who cares? We're dwelling on it and making it a thing. You're making it more of a thing the more you think about it. And I know even when I hear a friend say, oh, this girl said this about you, my thing is this. This is for another sauna session, but I'm like, I don't even want to know. My friends know that about me. Don't even tell me if it's negative, if it's not, I don't want to know. But if they do share that with me, then I make sure I try to make sure not to, I'm human, but I don't want to dwell on it and make it a thing because it's not even a thing. And the more we think about it, the more we talk about it, the more of we believe it. So, life lessons from Lane, I thought that was a great tip and it's a great thing to share with our kids. If your kids struggle with that, I'm sure this happens a lot in high school age kids. So, I just thought I'd share because it really helped me.
Thanks for listening to this week's Wait a Minute episode. I would love to hear your random thoughts and hot takes. So let's chat over on Instagram at obsessed or not interested. And I'd be so obsessed with you if you could take 2 seconds out of your day to rate and review this podcast. Love you guys.